Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for tuning in with us this morning for Moving Forward, as always, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Right now, to try it before you buy it, head on over to mpw.org and check out all their services, and then try them before you actually pay for them. How nice is that? So be sure to check it out again, mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis, and I'm joined in studio this morning by Dorian Mag from Roel. How are you this morning, Dorian?
Doing very well, thank you.
And I pronounced your last name right, didn't I?
Mog, yeah.
Mog. I'm
it's
so
okay.
sorry.
It's
I thought I
very
had
common.
that.
Everyone says Meg.
Well,
so.
it's very nice to have you, and we're excited to get to talk to you. And this is the first time we're hearing from you about this nonprofit, which is fairly new, fairly young. So we're excited to hear about it. We want to know everything about what it is you guys do and what your plans are for the future.
Okay.
So let's get started. Roel.
Roel, yep. Roel Link. And we are, like Jordan said, within the first year of inception. We just started this summer. When I was getting my PhD, my cognates in nonprofit, and during that, my coursework had to design a nonprofit. And when I got done, I decided it was something I really wanted to do. I have 2 children with type 1 diabetes, Robbie and Ellie, who Roel is named after. And during the course of the last 10 years, since my daughter was diagnosed, I've noticed the price of medicine continue to increase. And while we haven't struggled financially to provide that medicine, I know many families who have. For example, today I just picked up my daughter's insulin, one of them. She's on 2. And without insurance, it would cost $1,416.99.
Wow. For how long of a prescription?
For a month.
For a month.
Mm-hmm. And that's just one of she's on 2 different types of insulin, and I have 2 kids.
Wow.
So if you can imagine a family who doesn't have good insurance or has a deductible to meet before they can, that's a lot of money out of pocket.
Yeah.
And without insulin for a type 1 diabetic, within days they will die. They have to have it to live. So our mission is to provide temporary support to families and then also give them some long-term alternatives to help them till, either they could be battling insurance red tape. Maybe they change jobs and have a lapse in coverage. They might have a high deductible. Mm-hmm. We worked with one family who had a $10,000 deductible before insurance would kick in. Wow. So it's different situations that we can help with families, and it's not just insulin. We work with like asthma inhalers, oxygen, just any type of medicine or medical care that families may need.
So your focus is kind of on like daily use stuff.
Yes.
Like stuff for, like you said, insulin, oxygen, stuff like that.
Like EpiPens, even glucagon, things that without the use of, if the child didn't take it or didn't have it, it could jeopardize or limit, their life.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not so much about when they're like actually in the hospital or in a hospital stay or anything like that. It's for when they're at home, every day. Because you think about when you go to the hospital or when you have a child that deals with this kind of stuff. They're in the hospital. Well, that's not the only time that there's expenses.
Right.
It's the expenses at home for the day to day, 365 days a year for stuff that they have to maintain that quality of life or. Stay alive. It's so hard to it's almost hard to talk about because it's such a scary situation to think about not requiring one thing like insulin or something else just to keep going.
Right.
So this is an incredible thing. Now you guys are, like you said, you're in your first year. So how did it all get started? How did you guys get the ball rolling? Who all is with you in this?
So I have a board of directors that includes 2 pharmacists, a married couple who are pharmacists, a doctor, a school nurse, and another friend who actually sits on the board as the treasurer. So
Gotcha.
So we have 5 people on our board, and we've just kind of, like I said, raised money through we've received 3 different grants, local grants to help, and private donations and business donations so far, and we're in the process of planning our first fundraiser.
That's great, and it's exciting too to hear that even now there's stuff, because you hear about all the big 501c3s, all the really big ones that have been around forever and ever, and they're they do I don't want to say the same thing, because there are some incredible non-for-profits out there, but a lot of it's kind of the same, where there are other needs that need to be met, and you guys are looking to fill one of those gaps, and that's incredible. So so your first fundraiser, and I'm sure you guys are still spitballing ideas
we're
and
kind
what
of throwing out
exactly it's going to look
ideas.
like. But I hope you guys have a great turnout, and you should definitely get back in touch with us.
We definitely
because
will.
we will bring it all. We'll not only we'll talk about it here, we'll talk about it in the community calendar too, so that way
Perfect.
folks know what's going on. Now, are you guys just local or?
We're based out of Durant, but
Durant,
we're Quad Cities, Muscatine, Iowa City, kind of the radius, 30 to 40 minute radius of Durant.
Gotcha.
So we haven't helped any family yet provide actual medicine, but we have given a handful of families resources like coupons for Novolog, where they can get insulin for $25 a month using a rebate card, and just different resources to help them provide cheaper or find cheaper alternatives to certain medicine that they didn't know was available.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
So you're not just providing you're not just giving them a
Right.
check for this kind of stuff. You're providing them the full service. You're getting them the information that they need. Maybe there's other alternative routes that they can
Yes,
take.
yeah.
That's incredible.
because we want to help families short term, but also long term as well, and just kind of give them resources. And you think, when you get diagnosed, or your child gets diagnosed with a disease, that they tell you everything, and unless you know what to ask or who to ask, you don't find out some of those things. And plus, you're overwhelmed with just the information you get when
Right.
you have a child that's diagnosed with a chronic illness. So it's nice to be able to provide families with some resources that they didn't know about were out there as well. And we do help. We haven't yet, but we are open to helping with those medical costs. When you have a child that gets diagnosed, you do have the upfront medical bills that are, you have to deal with. So we've talked about helping with that. Even like families that need rides to and from specialist appointments and stuff, providing, money for gas or Uber rides or whatever is necessary. So it's kind of a wide range of services that we're willing to help families with to make.
That's awesome. It's just such a cool thing to hear about a new non-for-profit getting started that's going to help fill that gap for all this kind of stuff. So how do folks get in touch with you?
So we have a Facebook page and a Twitter page, Roel Inc. And then we also have a web page. It's https://roelinc.com.
Okay.
And then they can also email roelinc@gmail.com.
Okay, and that's how they can get in touch.
Yep.
Kind of find out what options there are with you guys. Do you have like a certain number that you can of people that you can help at one time, or is it just?
It's kind of a case by case
Gotcha.
basis. As we have the funding, cases come in, and we'll decide what we can help with and let that family know. And so it's kind of right now a case by case basis based on the funding that we have.
I see. Well, that's incredible. What an awesome and inspiring thing to hear.
Thank
and
you.
We're very excited that you guys are getting started, and I hope you guys have a lot of success and some.
I do
And
too.
I know you don't have it yet, but when that fundraiser comes around, be sure to get back in touch
Definitely
with us.
will.
Make sure to get the word out about it. Anything else you really want to add before we get out of here
No,
this
just
morning?
if you or someone you know is struggling to provide medicine or medical care for your child, please reach out to us. We are willing and very happy to help anyone in the local community and around the area that may be listening. So please reach out if you know someone or you are struggling. Even if it's $40 a month, that may be a struggle for some families at one point in their life due to a life situation. So, don't be afraid to reach out, and we're here to help if you need it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us this morning. This has been Dorian Mogg joining us this morning here to talk about their non-for-profit, Roel. And it's a great and incredible service, and definitely go and check them out, especially if you're a family that could use their services. So thanks for joining us here for Moving Forward. As always, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Right now, try it before you buy it. Head on over to mpw.org, check out all their services, and then try them before you actually pay for them. How great is that? So thanks for tuning in here to Moving Forward on KWPC and thevoiceofmuscatine.com.
This has been Moving Forward on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1, the voice of Muscatine. Moving Forward is brought to you by MPW Digital TV and Mocklink Internet, a designated Blue Zones worksite. Browse to mpw.org. And remember, Moving Forward, local guests making good things happen in the community. Weekdays at 8:15.